Hey everybody, welcome to another podcast episode. Today, I'm here with a returning guest. As you all know, if you go back to I think it was you were on the fourth one, I think the fourth podcast episode. Dom,
Yeah,
this is a great friend of mine, Dom. Thank you again for coming back. It means a lot. I really appreciate it, man. I know
thank
it's
you for having me.
been a hectic 2020 thus far, college and everything that's going on in between. Just seems like it's a never-ending process. But before I get started with any of the topics that we have today, and boy, oh boy, do we have some topics for today. Uh, First off, how are you doing, Homer?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just keep pushing. That's the only thing you can do right now.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, this year is in the making. It will definitely be in the books. And
Oh yeah,
if it get any worse, who knows? Who knows?
I hope not.
Yeah. I mean, in your opinion, do you think that Black people can invest in more Black-owned businesses today?
To get black people to invest in the black owned businesses, I think the first thing the biggest thing to do is to get rid of that mindset of black is cheap. Because what a lot of people see it is like their friends will start up a business and they'll be charged like, say for instance they charge $20 for a t-shirt, right?
Mm,
And then it's like, oh, that's too expensive for a t-shirt, or I don't feel like paying that much for a t-shirt. But then you'll willingly go to like a Hollister, or you'll go to, what is it, H&M, or all
yeah,
these other white-owned businesses, and then you'll willingly pay $20 to $25 for a t-shirt there. But the only difference between the two is that you actually know the black person, or you view it as this is just another black-owned business versus this is a global corporation.
that's true. Mainstream, a lot of times, or mainstream products and stores in this case, definitely plays a huge role in it because everybody wants to rock, everybody wants to rock the Nikes of the world. Everybody wants to rock the H&Ms, as you said, and the Hollisters and the Obeys and the Everyone wants to rock that, but it's I can definitely see why it would be hard for like Black-owned businesses to get a lot of, I guess, love, especially from like Black customers, just because like,
Yeah,
what is this? You don't know if it's like, it's gonna be, it's gonna go terrible in like the next coming years, or if it's just gonna go to poop, and it doesn't mean like, and you're right, you're absolutely right. Black-owned businesses does not mean it's cheap. It's Black-owned businesses, I believe, are present because there's a specific target and a specific goal they're trying to accomplish. They're not trying to I feel like Black-owned businesses aren't even trying to go mainstream. I feel like they're just trying to like target a specific audience, and then as long as they're
yeah,
targeting that audience, then they're doing a job and they're just chilling. And plus,
yeah.
there's a check to that, of course. But I feel like their whole goal is not to be um, mainstream or not to be in every single mall like in every city. I think it's just to target a specific audience.
Yeah. And with that being said, like I feel that like a black owned business should, like, yeah, they can try to target like the African American community, but I feel in order for them to gain more respect, they have to go out and they have to branch out and to reach out. Because a lot of like when you think black owned business, sadly you think local, right? So like when you think local, that's when you remain local. So you have to broaden your horizons and go from local to, okay, maybe not local, but what can I do to get known throughout the state? Okay, I'm known here. What can I do to reach out to this next state? Or like a lot of people will only keep it around like their friend groups or their family. Like oftentimes people have like a business card, like you just got to go out and hand it to random people. You never know who you'll reach out to, who you'll get in touch with in that way. So a lot of people just remain local. They want to stay into that box where they feel comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. I think you hit a good point. When we do think of Black-owned businesses, we think of local. So you're saying we should probably, we as like customers or black businesses, they should branch out more. They should probably do better networking.
Yeah,
Yeah, gotcha.
because it's all a mindset. Because when you, like, I like to say, like, when you think local, that's when you remain local. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like music. Like when you make music and you're known as a local artist first, and then you begin as you branch out, you put your music on SoundCloud or YouTube or Apple Music or wherever you want to put it, that's when it has that outreach. You can't really, you can make it being local, like you can hand out CDs and mixtapes all day, every day, and then in hopes that you find that right person. Or you can drive to the next state or drive to the next county or city and hand out mixtapes there also. Or you can just stay right where you are.
In your opinion, what do you think the next generation's regular will end up being like?
The next generation is regular.
Yeah.
Well, first off, I think it's going to begin with wake up and check social media. And that's only because today's day and age, people our age and younger, the first thing we do after we turn off the alarm clock and hit snooze about 3 times is to look at social media like, ooh, who sent me a Snapchat? What was said last night? Who posted on Instagram? And something like that. So I think that's going to be how the day starts. And then I think gradually as the day, as the, not the day, but as the days go by, it's going to become more of a social interaction instead of a physical interaction. I feel that physical interactions are dying out in today's world. Like when we were younger, we would go out and we go knock on our friend's door and be like, "Hey, you want to come outside and play? Like, let's play tag or football or whatnot." But people our age and younger now are like, "Hey, you online? Let's hop on the game real quick." So it'll be like, I think it's gonna be real digital. Like I feel like the physical copies and the physical aspects of life are dying out.
Definitely. Our goodness, I remember those days. You go knock on your friend's house and just be like, and then the times where like you would bring friends over and then you couldn't decide like whether y'all were in or outside the house, and your parents go, "Hey,
Yeah,
we're running out of my house now. You go either in or you're out. Like pick one,
yeah,
you know." So and good memories. But yeah, I definitely think it will definitely be more digital. Um, with your alarm clock analogy, I definitely think um, the younger generation, people younger than us, will check social media the first, if not the first 5 to 10 minutes after waking up. I also think that the next generations, next couple generations, they're going to, because our attention span as millennials is really short. It's like 7 to 8 seconds. So I feel like the attention span will actually decrease more, probably
yeah,
5 seconds, And I know that seems like weird now, but 8 seconds is not a long time. 8 seconds is literally like to keep an average millennial attention span is 8 seconds. And I feel like next generation, and more digitally technological advancements we get, the lesser that span, or the not lesser, but the more that span diminishes. I'll say, like in the future.
yeah. And I also feel that the norm is going to be like not only to have a shorter attention span, but also to be lazier.
Mm,
Because like we look at things now and the way everything technology is advancing, it's becoming to a point like if we don't have it in that instant, we don't want it.
yo,
Or
yeah,
we get frustrated. Like we
yeah.
can be playing like say for instance, you're playing 2K and the game doesn't load up as fast as you want it to. Like you don't outwardly say like, oh, this is taking too long, but in the back of your head you're like, this is taking too long. What I want to get to it now. I want to play it now. And a lot of people, it's just going to get lazier and lazier. And I think it's going to get to a point that like esports are going to be bigger than like the NFL. So like sitting down behind the controller is going to be bigger than actually going outside and showing your talent.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like we're not lazy people, but like technology is moving so fast that we're just adjusting. So it's like 50 years ago, technology was like maybe here, and then we were like attention span. We were able because we could wait. They had the ability. Also, not we. They had the ability to wait. Now, the more time technology is starting to catch up, the lazier we get. We get lazier and lazier. Technology is getting more advanced and more powerful, and it's just like when everything is instantaneous, it's hard to be patient. So it's like,
Yeah,
how do you expect to be this patient when everything is almost like instantaneous to you? So yeah.
yeah. And that's it. That I feel like that is personally like that is going to be the fall of like the or like not the organization but of people because like if we don't have an attention span or patience now, like imagine like the people when they like our kids or our grandkids after us, like their patience, like if we don't have patience now and things are almost instantaneous or right when we want it, when things don't happen at the blink of an eye, then like I don't think I want to see like how, what's the word, spoiled or conformed people actually become to things happening in that instant.
Why, Dom, do you think dreams are so important?
It's an easy one right there. So if you don't have a dream, right,
Yeah,
you don't have a goal. And if
talk
you
to
don't
me.
have a goal, you become content with where you are. So if you stay content with where you are, you have nothing to motivate you. So therefore, you basically had nothing to look forward to or nothing to live for. So you're just going to sit there and you're never going to move, right? So if you
Mhm.
have nothing to follow or nothing to aspire to become or aspire to do, it's like it's going to leave you questioning yourself like, what's my purpose? Like your dreams and your aspirations are your purpose. It's your purpose to reach those goals in life or whatever it is that you feel the need to do. Those are your dreams. So if you don't have those dreams, it's like what are you there for? And then a bigger part of that would be people who crush your dreams or diminish what you want to do. Really what they're doing is they're damaging you as a creative mindset or you as a person. Because when you, like, say for instance, somebody wants to be an NBA player and it's like, oh, you'll never make it. And if they take that to heart, instead of saying, oh, this person said I'll never make it, so let me prove them wrong, and they take that to heart, then it's like, they're right, I have this wrong, and I'll never be able to grow to this height, and I'll never be able to reach these expectations. So it's like you take their aspirations and their goals and their dignity, and it's like, this is mine now, you're not getting it back, go find something else to do.
Your dreams and your aspirations should be your purpose. You could not have said that any better. Here's what I think, and I totally agree with you. If you have a dream, do not sit there and think it is hocus pocus. Dreams are not just for kids. Dreams are not just for teen. No, dreams are for everybody. I don't care how old you are. Whoever told you that your dreams don't matter and they're not important, they don't have dreams themselves because they don't have any goals or ambitions they're seeking after. And like you said, Dom, they're content where they're at. They have no purpose. They have no desire, no passion to even start pursuing their dreams. You, on the other hand, the fact that you're thinking about pursuing your dreams is a start. And then the next step is taking that first leap of faith. And the reason why I say leap of faith, not trying to be necessarily religious, but I'm saying that you don't know what that step could lead. You have no idea. That one step could lead you into 10 more steps after that. Like you have no idea. It doesn't have to be your road to success, as many of you know, is not a straight line. It's not. There's maneuvers. There's back roads. There's potholes. There's everything you can think of. Construction sites. There's everything you can think of to your destination where you want to be in life. It's gonna be on your road. It's gonna be on your path. So
Yeah.
no, I went on a tangent, but I feel like I have to say that because it's important. Because a lot of people don't pursue their dreams, and it's sad. It's like what could have been. It's all that's what always kills me. It's like if
Yeah.
I never pursue my dreams, the thought of what could have been will always be racing in my mind. So I think dreams are so important. They're vital. You need, I say you need dreams because dreams they put you in a place of wonder. They put you in a place of um, desire. They put you in a place of they literally you're thinking outside of the box. So if you think in the box, then all you're gonna do is whatever's in that box. But if you think outside the box and you dream and you go after it and you say to yourself, my dreams matter, my dreams are important, and you have a chance and you're definitely on the right track and you're well on your way to actually achieving your dreams.
Yeah. And like when people have dreams, for me, when I think of like the word dreams, I think of not just like the path to get there. Like you said, it's not always straight. I think a lot of people, when they see somebody else achieving their dreams, they think of like they just see the successes. And like you said, like you never know what that first step can lead to. It might lead to 10 steps forward. It might even lead to one step back. Like you said, there are back roads. That one step back might just lead you to the back road, which might be the shorter path compared to if you went 10 steps forward. And that's where a lot of people fall also when talking about dreams, is that they look at other people's success and say, that's what I want, and I don't have that. This is how I started, and this is where I'm at, compared to this is how this person started, and this is where they're at. A lot of people want to, I hate to say it, but want to take the Drake route, right? They want to be born into, he wasn't really born rich, but born into a talent and a wealth, and then taken from that talent and wealth and be able to go from, okay, I was born here with my dad. My dad left. I was raised by my mom. And then, boom, I got this acting gig. And then, boom, I'm going from this acting gig to now I'm making music, to now I'm at the top of the game. A lot of people want to take that route compared to like the J. Cole route, where he would stand outside of Jay-Z's record label on a consistent basis, and Jay-Z would turn them down week in and week out for months on end. And then finally Jay-Z was like, all right, let me take a listen to this. Like nobody really wants to face rejection when it comes to dreams, because they feel like, oh, rejection is failure. The way I take it, you can take two ways of taking the L. You can take an L as in a loss or an L as in a lesson. So if you take it as a loss, then yeah, there goes your dream. You crushed your own dream. But if you take it as a lesson, then you can take that lesson and be like, okay, so this failed this way. Let me come back and let me change my approach and take it at this way. So it's all about perspective and how you want to see your life and see your dreams come about. Do you want to actually work for it, or do you just want handouts?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look, two things to what you said. Good points. First things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Uh,
Yes, sir.
first things first. Listen, if you have a dream, go for it. You don't know your true potential, not even you. And the second thing is, success is not success is not you comparing yourself with others, because you're always going to be dissatisfied. Someone's always gonna be further than you. Somebody is further than Drake. Somebody is further
Yeah.
than President Obama. Somebody is further than Oprah. Somebody is further than these people. Somebody's further than Bill Gates. So success is not you compared to the other person. Success is how far from where you started. So if you started from dirt road to just low income housing, and to now you're making over six figures a year, that's success. That's great. That's your success. And it can be very much your own. So you keep that. But, and to your point of rejection doesn't always mean somebody's hating. A lot of times it does. So either way, you ignore that. But rejection could mean not necessarily go away, you don't matter. It could mean go back home and try that again. Maybe critique this area. Maybe spin the wheels differently on this part when you go through here again. That's what rejects. That could mean it could be mentor rejection. It could be, doesn't have to be like hater rejection. So
Yeah. Why do you think celebrities are held to a higher standard than the everyday person?
I think it's because they get they get publicized a lot. So someone who say works at a taxing office or works behind closed doors, they're not going to get as much fame and celebrity when you see them. Like lawyers behind closed doors, like not the ones in the courtrooms, but other different types of lawyers that work behind closed doors. They're not going to get the same amount of love that a TikTok person who gets like over 100K likes on a post, or just a celebrity who does acting. Like the actors and actresses of the world, and TV stars, and TV personnel. I feel like they get more love because one, they're what they're doing seems so simple, I would say, but like fun. So they're getting paid all this money to do something they actually enjoy. Not to say that lawyers don't enjoy jobs, but like somebody who raps like that to someone else, that's like, yo, that's all he's doing is or all he or she is doing is rapping, and they're getting this much money. Wow, let me seek after how they did it, And then you have those people who, who sing. That's all they do is sing, or they have a talk show. All they do is talk. That's it, and they get paid this much money. So I think it goes back to the fame, and it goes back to the money. The fact that they're getting so much money because of what they're doing, what it seems like little they're doing, but it's not. It's not really little. They're actually working hard. But I feel like people praise celebrities because of that.
Okay. I think it's the same thing. I think it's that, and I think it's a lot of they're held to a higher standard because they're like the the epitome. They're what you want to become, what you
Mm-hmm.
desire to do. They're like your role models, right? And like you see them as like this is the person that I aspire to be, or I want to do what this person does for a living, right? So
Yeah,
it's like when you look at your parents and your parents are doing something great and then your parents fail. I feel like when your parents fail, you view them as like, oh, they're just my parents, or they're human, right? But then when celebrities fail, it's like this person knows better. Why would they ever do this? Why would they say this? And I think it's because not just of public image, but I think it's because we we've idolized them to a point that it's like these guys are golden statues, or for lack of a better word, they're our gods, right? So we see them, and when they fall, it's like, how dare they? I watch them all the time, right? So like, take the Tory Lane situation for example, right? Tory Lane makes a lapse in judgment, and absolutely everybody is going crazy. Not that Tory Lane's had a lapse in judgment, but that Meg The Stallion has gone to Instagram or went online and was like, "This is what happened." Nobody went crazy that Tory actually pulled out a gun and shot the gun. Everyone's going crazy that you make this statement and shed light on the situation. And it's only because like these celebrities put on a persona that we know them solely for that. So when you show a different them who they actually are, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know this person. I don't like this person. Turn back into who you were. So like say for instance, like if I can just take Takashi for example. Takashi was rapping, right? And he was like, "Oh, I'm this biggest gangster that there ever is. I got all these guns, right? Yada yada yada, this, that, and the third." And then turns around and is like, "If you're gonna put me up against a position where it's like I can serve a couple months in jail or snitch and get life, I'm, I'm just gonna snitch." Like, and he does that, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's a snitch." And then people like when people say that, I say, put yourself in his shoes. Would you rather not snitch and get in jail for life, or would you rather snitch and be like, yeah, I can serve 9 months in jail if that, And I think that's what a lot of it is. I think it's people put this persona around them because nobody wants to be real in the public eye. Because people feel that if I'm real to the public or to everybody else, nobody's gonna like me. So what that turns into is everybody develops this mindset of I'm better than you. You compare to me. So anything that I do, look at me. Don't worry about what you have to do to get to where I am. Just look at me. I'm what you want to be.
definitely. There's a lot of celebrities out here who are faking it, faking the public eye. So I definitely hear you on that.
Yeah.
Help me on this because I know you got the answer. Help me understand. Educate me. What is cancel culture?
All right. Cancel culture is the most toxic thing that is going around now. Basically, cancel culture is you did something wrong. So I'm going to attempt to get multiple people, more than multiple, like thousands, potentially millions of people to boycott you. And we're going to take away your source of income, right? So say for instance, somebody comes up, a celebrity says the N-word, right? And people find out about it, and then you see like hashtag cancel so and so trending on Twitter. And basically what that is people are saying, you did something I didn't like, so you don't deserve to be in the light that you're in. And I feel that's toxic because if somebody does something, say for instance, you say something to somebody that they didn't like, that's all it is. And your boss finds out about it and they're like, you're fired. Then you're like, what I said didn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. Now, it might have offended you, but it didn't truly affect you because I wasn't talking to you. Because a lot of when it's something that one celebrity did to another celebrity, right? Or a cheating scandal, and they're like, oh, I want to cancel so and so. And it's like, so you want to take away my source of income, the one thing that I do that is keeping me afloat, that's paying the bills, keeping the lights on at night, and you want to take that away from me because you're upset at one of my actions. Like I can see both sides of it. Like, yes, you do need to pay like your consequences. You do need to serve your consequences. But at the same time, it's like once a person serves their consequences or learns from them, and it's just like they deserve a second chance because it's just a one-time thing. Like if somebody says the N-word, for me, it's like, okay, you didn't have to say it. You know the consequences of saying it. So yes, feel ashamed and go through whatever it is you have to go through. Like if a team wants to release you, then you just have to accept that. But if you work to come back for it, and you're just working on it day in and day out, and then you make your apology and you're sincere about it, I feel that it's like, okay, like come on, like you've apologized, you were sincere about it, so okay, you deserve your second chance because nobody in the world is perfect. Everybody has a downfall.
Mm-hmm.
So when people fall, and cancel culture is there to make sure that when you fall, you can't get up. And people will cancel you for anything. People will go back as far as they possibly can and be like, it's 2020 now, but back in 2006, you said this about females and I didn't agree with it. And it's like that right there, a comment from 2006 on Twitter when you were 12 years old can immediately be like, now you're canceled. Now you no longer have a job. You no longer can make money. Now you're, it's like you went from being the king to a peasant. And it's like, who really deserves to be like, okay, you went from a king to a peasant. You don't deserve to be kicked, not only just kicked off the throne, but then kicked while you're down. That's what cancel culture is.
But why? I can't cancel. I can't cancel you. It is
Yeah,
literally impossible for me to cancel. And I I guess what's tripping me up is the actual the like you said, terminology, like the actual definition of it. Like, bro, if you said something like on the internet and it was offensive, like me coming after you, after your source of income, I have nothing better to do. Just understand that. Just know if I'm coming after you for something you said, and I'm trying to like tear you down like financially, just know I have nothing better to do. Just know that I have no life, I have no goals, I have no dreams, no purpose, because I don't have time to be trolling people. That's just what that is. You're trolling.
yeah,
I don't have time to be bashing people. I got so much things I want to accomplish in my life. I don't have time for that. Even when I get there, I don't have time for that. So it's like, to me, cancel culture is stupid, in my opinion.
yeah,
In simpler terms.
yeah. And cancel culture just takes way too much time and energy
So
because like
much effort. So much effort.
yeah, and it's like you cancel an artist, right? And it's like, okay, you canceled this artist and now what? It's not like everybody is listening to this person on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like if you even listen to them, you might listen to like an album that they've put out or a couple of songs, that might be it. Like I know for me, like if people were to like say Drake's canceled, for me I'm just like, all right, so you canceled Drake. Congratulations. You got your little handful of people that are like, okay, I'm no longer gonna listen to Drake again. And it's like the rest of the people are like, it's not like I listen to Drake religiously. Like I can't think of people who are like, this is who I listen to only. And it's like you take your little section of people away from these big name celebrities or celebrities in general. You take these people away, and it's like, yeah, you might have took away 2 grand. Like it's just like instead of saying
Definitely.
I want to cancel this person, it should be
Yeah.
like, let's just not humiliate, but let's let this person learn from their mistake and then let them and see how they rebound from it.
Such a waste of time. It's such a waste
Yeah,
of time. Trolling people is it's worthless. Don't buy into that stupidity because that's what it is. It's stupidity. Don't buy into that, guys. Come on. This is I know nobody on the Dream King channel does that because this is an intellectual family, so nobody does that here. But yeah, don't bring that here. Definitely don't bring that here.
yeah,
Don't do it in general because it's not right. Come on. Cancel culture, cancel. You gonna cancel me, and I'm Drake.
exactly. Like you gonna cancel me? Do I look like a football season to you? I'm a whole person. You can't cancel me. Like you can't cancel a person.
Yeah.
You can't cancel what they've already done in their past accomplishments. You can't cancel that.
Started from the bottom,
You barely
always be here. Started from the bottom. Scholarships, jump man, uh, uh,
exactly.
nonstop, Tootsie slide. Life is good. That you can't cancel that, bro. Laugh now, cry later. You can't cancel that.
Yeah,
It's,
like you can't cancel accomplishments.
yeah, man.
The only thing that you cancel at that point in time is anything in the future, because anything
Mm.
in the past is already happened.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take it away. Like if a person has a platinum record, you can cancel them, but they're forever going to have a platinum record. They're forever going to make revenue off of their platinum record.
Yeah.
They're forever going to do like make money off of their past. Now their future maybe not, but the things they've done in the past is like they're going to make money off of that regardless.
And depending on how big you are, like even the future, that still won't affect a lot of people.
Yeah,
So it won't be as heavy, I'll say, as a downfall as it could be.
yeah,
All right, guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you for coming on, returning
no
another
problem.
episode of the podcast. It means a lot. I know in these hectic times can be crazy, but it meant a lot. Thank you for your feedback, man. Appreciate you. To my viewers out there, slice and dice that like button, slide into the comment section, put some pressure on the notifications bell,
Ooh.
and subscribe to the Dream King channel, future videos.